In the lesson 7.6 example, are the conditions met, we'll practice checking the normal large sample condition. Determine if the normal large sample condition is met in each of the following settings. Now recall from this section there are three ways that the normal large sample condition can be met. First, if the data come from a normally distributed population, the condition will be met. Second, if the sample size is large, and we define large to be more than 30, then we would say the normal large sample condition is met. And if neither of those are satisfied, we'll take a look at the distribution. So if the sample size is small, we can look at the distribution, and if the graph of the sample data shows no strong skewness or no outliers, then we'll say the normal large sample condition is met. So for A, how much force does it take to pull wood apart? The stem plot here shows the force in pounds required to pull apart a random sample of 20 pieces of Douglas fir. Well, in this case, we note there are only 20 pieces. So we don't have a large enough sample size, so we'll need to take a look at the distribution's shape. We can see here that the stem plot shows strong skewness to the left, and there may be some outliers here at about 230 and 240 pounds of force. So for part A, we'd say no. The normal large sample condition is not met because that sample size is small, it's less than 30, and the stem plot does show that strong left skewness and possible outliers. For B, suppose we want to estimate the mean SAT math score at a large high school. This box plot summarizes the distribution of SAT math scores for a random sample of 12 students at the school. Well, again, in this case, we don't know whether or not the data come from a normally distributed population, so we check the sample size. And the sample size is smaller than 30, so we'll have to take a look at the shape of the distribution. And in this case, the graph of the sample data doesn't show strong skewness, and we don't see any outliers here. So for part B, we'd say yes, the normal large sample condition is met because even though this sample size is small, the box plot doesn't show any strong skewness and there aren't any outliers. For some additional practice checking the normal large sample condition, try exercise 1.